Today we're talking about something every business faces. Closing out the year, there's a lot of problems that sometimes often are overlooked. And it's easy to focus on wrapping up projects and budgets and go into vacation mode, right? But many organizations forget that IT health also needs a year-end checkup. So today we'll look at the three biggest mistakes businesses make before the year ends and what you can do now to fix them. So you start next year secure, organized, and ready to grow. Before we start, of course, my name is Alfredo Cambao. I have 7+ years in IT. I'm certified in CompTIA A plus, Network plus, Security plus, MD 102 and MS 900, and I've been skilled in centralized services over the past 5 years. Later, we'll talk about how important, of course, centralized services is at the end of this part. So, going back to the PowerPoint. What are the three biggest tech mistakes? Number one, it's neglecting IT cleanup and updates. Number two, it's ignoring cybersecurity fundamentals. And number three, it's inadequate data and backup recovery. I'll go into detail with each of them now. Neglecting IT cleanup and updates. What's the mistake there? Businesses often delay maintenance until something breaks. Skipping your IT cleanup. You know the saying, if it ain't broke, don't fix it? Yeah, that doesn't apply anymore. At the end of the year, it's common for teams to focus on closing tickets and not maintenance. But those updated device and use accounts, old software, and other applications that are just left behind are all taking time bombs. And you don't want to fix it because it already been a problem, right? Take this opportunity or even a sign to look at your own house and see what needs cleaning up. Now, how to fix that? It's easy. You perform a full IT audit cleanup. You eliminate digital clutter. You apply all security patches and updates. Review and renew all licenses before expiration. Going more into detail on this one, what else can we do? As I mentioned earlier, you perform an IT cleanup and audit. Go through all of your assets, whether it's servers, endpoints, and network devices, or mobile devices at this point. Remove anything or everything that's no longer needed. For example, we often find PCs still running old versions of Windows or accounts that belongs to former employees. Hey, till now, I still see Windows 7 being used for some organizations. I don't know why, but it is what it is. Eliminate digital clutter. That's our number two. Temporary files, logs, unused software, slow things down. We use our internal tools to automate most of this cleanup so we don't have to do it or you don't have to do it manually. And then our third one is apply updates and patches. Schedule regular patching windows. It's less disruptive and keeps your system protected. One way or another, you have to do it. And let's not wait until your device forces you to update in the middle of the workday. Let's have it scheduled so that this kind of interruption doesn't interrupt you. It's last but definitely not the least, review your software licenses. Check the expiration dates of your antivirus, your Microsoft 365, or even Google Workspace, and all your other paid tools, whether it's monthly or yearly. Nothing worse than finding out the license expired on the day of the expiration itself, let alone on a holiday, on Christmas Day or January 1, where you need to be catching up instead of enjoying your vacation. By doing this proactively, you're not firefighting in Q1. You're already ahead. Mistake number two, ignoring the basics of cybersecurity. We often think of cybersecurity as advanced firewalls or AI threat detection, but most breaches happen because of simple mistakes. Weak passwords, no MFA, or an untrained employee clicking the wrong link. What they say is true, that the number one attack vector in your company is you and your staff. Even if you had the top security tools out there, if you don't have a constant education for you and your people, you are absolutely, definitely vulnerable. You train your employees. Phishing and social engineering are still the number one causes of breaches. Even a 15-minute quarterly training can make a huge difference. It is true that you are only strong as your weakest link, even in IT. I guess especially in IT. Enable multi-factor authentication. MFA should be on every account, Microsoft 365, VPNs, even password managers. App-based MFA is stronger than SMS. So if you have the opportunity to use Microsoft Authenticator or Google Authenticator or Duo or whatever it is. Use that instead of receiving a text message. Number three, review third-party access. What does this mean? Vendors and contractors sometimes retain access long after project ends, and this is very common. Especially the ones that's needing global administration on your account. The project has been done, since January 2025, and it's now December, and they still have global admin access. Even if they themselves you can trust, and you don't know, and they don't know, but they get hacked, they get access to your account. So you don't want that to be happening to you. And our third mistake, inadequate backup and recovery. I cannot tell you how many businesses I've seen that say, oh, we have backups. But when disaster strikes, they realize that the last backup was 6 months ago or that it won't restore properly. And that happens because you don't test it. You don't put quality assurance on your backups, which is the most important thing about, second most important thing about having backups is knowing that they work anytime. You use automated monitored backups. Set it and forget it. It doesn't work. It's not in IT. Make sure you're getting success and failure alerts daily and you're randomly testing. Let's go into number two. Schedule quarterly or even random works, recovery drills, even restoring a single file, ensure your process actually works. And number three, prioritize critical data. Identify which systems you need when you need to restore your accounting platform, your CRM, your Microsoft 365 data. What is the most critical application or system in your company? And once you identify that, you will know what to test in backups because that's what you'll restore first when a disaster strikes. Remember, a backup is only good if it's restorable. All of these fixes have one thing in common. It is centralization. When your IT operations are centralized, backup, monitoring, patching, MFA, policy enforcement, you can see everything in one place. Make quick data-driven decisions. Instead of waiting for issues, you prevent them. Centralized IT gives your business resilience and peace of mind. So you can enter a new year confident that everything is secure, updated, and running efficiently. If you're wondering where your organization stands today, that's where our IT risk and assessment remediation plan comes in. We'll identify your biggest vulnerabilities, evaluate your current protections, and give you a clear roadmap for improvement.